What is the cost to file Chapter 13 bankruptcy? The Chapter 13 bankruptcy is more of a repayment plan, and in that bankruptcy we still have many of the initial costs that you have in a Chapter 7 case. So you have the court's filing fee, that's $281. There is the credit counseling or credit briefing expense. That can vary, but the provider that we generally use costs about $40. There's also a debt education class that you have to take after the case is filed. Again, those costs can vary, but we use a provider that's about $40. There's something called a homestead deed that sometimes has to be filed in a Chapter 13. That's $21. There are often some title expenses, in other words, researching the title if we need to go into the land records to see what mortgages or deeds or interests in property or even judgments that you may have in your name. So that can be an expense as well. As a general rule, to file the Chapter 13 bankruptcy, for most cases it's between $400 and $500 of out-of-pocket expenses, and then it can be more if it's a more urgent case, if there's an urgent foreclosure or there's some complexity. And then the attorney's fees are actually paid separately. They're paid over time through your Chapter 13 plan. So you don't have to pay those up front. They're $2,750 in the Western District of Virginia. That's a fee set by the bankruptcy court here. And that's typically, in our cases, typically paid through the Chapter 13 plan. Of course, that can vary depending on your particular case, so not all cases are the same, but those are the general rules for most routine cases.